രാജശ്രീ വെങ്കിട്ടരമണൻ 130 വാക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഷോർട്ട് ആൻഡ് സ്പീഡ് ഡിക്റ്റേഷനാണ് ഞാൻ വായിക്കുന്നത്. കഴിഞ്ഞ ഡിക്റ്റേഷനെല്ലാം നിങ്ങൾ ഓരോന്നും 3-4 പ്രാവശ്യം എഴുതി പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യണം. എന്നാൽ മാത്രമേ വിജയിക്കുവാൻ സാധിക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. ഓക്കെ, നമുക്ക് തുടങ്ങാം. Addressing the joint session of the Karnataka legislature, the Governor Shankar Dikshit said, I have great pleasure in welcoming you to this session of the state legislature. This is my first address to you as Governor of Karnataka, and I consider it an honor and a privilege to address this august house. It is in a spirit of humility and dedication that I have assumed this new office. It is my earnest hope that we shall all work together in a spirit of cooperation and harmony and thus make our contribution to the progress and advancement of Karnataka. Last year, when my predecessor, Mr. Mohanlal Sukhatia, addressed you, he expressed the hope that there would be a change for the better during 1975. This has come about chiefly due to the dynamic leadership provided by our Prime Minister in declaring a state of national emergency and announcing the 20-point economic program. The effects of the action taken are obvious in all walks of life. Better discipline, more purposefulness, a fresh enthusiasm for work have combined not only to impart a buoyant tone to the country, but to restore national self-confidence. The emergencies of the people are now being concentrated on efforts to increase production and ensure fairer distribution and are not being frightened away on futile and self-destructive activity. The 20-point economic program is two-pronged. It aims to increase our gross national income and at the same time to distribute it more evenly among all sections of our society. My government is committed to the implementation of the 20-point program and has already taken several steps towards its fulfillment. It has been my government's considered policy to make timely releases into the food grains market as a means of controlling prices. In order to do so, my government is committed to a policy of procurement of food grains, both through heavy and through open market purchase. My government plans to extend the informal rationing system to all the major cities in the state. You are all well aware of the progress of land reforms measure introduced by my government. I am happy to say that land reforms have made considerable headway during the year. Wide publicity has been given to encourage tenants to file their application for occupancy rights. Until the end of October 1975, more than 5 lakh tenants had applied for occupancy rights and over 90,000 declarations had been received. Nearly 60,000 applications have already been disposed of, involving more than 1 lakh acres of land. Most of the surplus lands should be surrendered or expected to be surrendered and vested in the government by June 1976, and my government expects an entire operation to be completed by December this year. Impediments in the implementation of the program have been removed by suitable amendments to the Land Reforms Act. The Karnataka State Cooperative Land Development Bank will advance loans to tenants to help them to acquire occupancy rights. As you are aware, to help the weaker sections, my government has embarked upon a people's housing program. We expect 35,000 houses to be completed by the end of March this year. Laws have been made liquidating debts of weaker sections of society, which, freed from the burden and misery of accumulated debts, will be able to enjoy a better standard of living. Dear member, the annual general meeting will be held on Monday, 6th August, and enclosed you will find the agenda, financial statement, and a notice giving membership fees for 1974. Work on the new field has continued steadily, and it is expected that it will be ready for play in March next year. The progress made has not been without problems. The wet weather in the early part of the